What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Straight Up Real Talk. I'm your boy Serge.
And I'm Cerone. Tonight's show will be one of a kind, so you do not want to miss it. So stay tuned and have some fun with us, talk with us. See you there.
Going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's showtime.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? This is Serge right here.
And I'm Cerone.
And welcome to Straight Up Real Talk. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us again. I believe this is like our 6th show, I believe.
Yes.
And so thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it. Cerone, let everybody know where they can reach us at.
Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. We are now on Spotify, Apple Music, and Google Podcasts. And if you haven't already subscribed to us and follow us, go ahead and click that link, because trust me, we drop the content or clips from the show and it is hilarious. And some people, kind of going on us a little bit on YouTube, because we speak our mind or opinions, but hey, it's a part of the game. At least we're doing our job, right?
Exactly. And one other thing too, we also have a website. We don't talk about it as much, but we do have a website, straightuprealtalk.com. You can go there. You can check out our bios. You can check out our previous episodes. You can also get in contact with us for business reasons and stuff like that. So definitely go and check out our website and leave us a message and let us know what you think about it. So, Cerone, what's been going on this week? Anything new that's going on?
I know for sure I wasn't stuck in the snow.
Well, we're gonna get to that.
That's for sure.
We're gonna get to my snowmageddon, but what's going on?
Yeah, just been trying to be consistent in the gym. It's a daily task. Some days I don't feel like it, but I do get up and I do what I have to do. Work. The pollen here in North Carolina is crazy, though.
Is it? Really already?
Yes. My car, I have a black car and my car is green.
In like February?
Yes.
No, because that legit doesn't happen here until maybe June when we get the green pollen.
Not here. It's green. My car is green. It's crazy. So, but apart from that, I'm good. How about what's been popping in your neck of the wood over there in Ice Cube, ice cold
Iceland
area, Iceland?
I legit live in Iceland. So, we had that snowstorm actually yesterday. It's funny because all of the snow is legit almost melted. We got like 7 to 8 inches of snow. They closed everything, no school, you know what I'm saying? So I was home with the kid yesterday and, he went outside to play in the snow. I had to I was going to say shovel, but that would be lying. I had to use the snow blower and do the job.
Like that?
I'm not shoveling anything. I'm not shoveling nothing, right?
So I had to do it. You're too good for shoveling?
Yes, I am. I'm too good to shovel. I'm not doing it. What do I say? Get somebody else to do it. I'm not shoveling. I'm not mowing. I'm not picking. I'm not digging. I'm not doing any of those things. It's not my forte. That's not what I went to school for. I'm not doing it. But anyway, we had a good time yesterday. We just chilled and we had a good time. And that was pretty much my week, was literally yesterday, trying to entertain my kid and try to clean up that hot mess that was outside from the snowstorm.
I see.
Yeah. So are you ready to tell everybody pretty much what we talked about last week? They seem to have gotten us in trouble on YouTube.
Brittany. And not just because we talked about Brittany, was more so because we said that the NBA, the WNBA need to step up and do what needs to be done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because she is getting paid chump change as to relate to the NBA players are getting paid. People are saying that they don't have enough sponsors. Okay, well, if you go out and ask, I'm like, what are their people doing?
Yeah.
Like in the boardroom, what are your social media people doing? What are your promoters doing to go out and get sponsors? I don't understand.
Yeah, it seemed like guys, it was really men, right?
Yes.
Men were going in. They did not like the idea of the NBA helping the WNBA. They were just going in. Literally, they were like, no one cares about the WNBA. No one shows up to the games. Women don't even support the games. And you know what? That led me to really think about something. I'm like, that is true, right? Women don't really support the WNBA. But this is the funny thing. You always see women supporting the NBA. And so now I'm wondering, are they only doing that because their husbands are doing it? It's like, well, let me support my husband. You know what I mean? And so because I'm like, because you would think, right, that you would support the WNBA if you support, right? So I just found that weird. And I'm like, when the guy made that comment on YouTube, I did have to stop for a second. I was like, that is true, right? If your own people aren't supporting it, why do you expect anybody else to support it, right? Like if I'm a chick, sorry, not chick, that's not really good. If I'm a woman and because I said chick, right? Like, I'm not trying to get in trouble. Right, and my dude is watching the NBA games, and I'm watching it with them. Right, when the WNBA come on, you watching it too. Like if I watch the NBA with you, you're gonna watch the WNBA with me. You're gonna support them too, right? And so, but I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's happening. And so, I think until the women step up, I don't know. What you think?
I just think that they need to put more emphasis. The president, the CEO of WNBA, they need to put more emphasis into it. They need to have a bigger market and market to people. You're supposed to get tired of seeing these ads. Because I know they have like solid players, but now they need to actually go out and recruit, and get money. You know what I'm saying? So, and I want to make mention of this right here, is that this right here, his name is Ishmael Wainwright. You're gonna like, who is this dude from the Phoenix Sun? But let me tell you something. Ishmael Wainwright is the lowest paid NBA player who plays for the Phoenix Sun. Listen to this. He makes $633,000 and $86,891. $633,891.
That's crazy.
Brittany Griner makes $165,000 and $100. That's the lowest paid. And research shows that the minimum salary rules only apply to one player contract. This is NBA, by the way. If he's on a multiplayer deal, that nets him to even a lower salary per year. But I guarantee you, it's not as low as the WNBA.
Yeah. Yo. That's crazy to me. But it's again, it's like I said, until women start supporting the WNBA, I don't see. This almost takes me back to women's tennis. Like I started watching tennis period in like the late 90s when the Williams sisters were playing. And I started watching because I was like, these black girls are like killing it. I'm going to watch it, right? And so even back then, the men tennis players were making more than the women tennis players, and they were fighting for equal rights or whatever the case may be. But then I noticed that whenever they asked professional women tennis players, who they looked up to, or who games do they watch, they never mentioned the women. They always mentioned Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, or someone. And I'm like, you're on national TV as a female tennis player saying that you don't even watch other female tennis players. Like,
that's problematic.
It's problematic, right? And so this is what I'm like, this is literally almost like the same thing over here. It's just like, if women aren't supporting women, I just don't know how you think that anyone else is gonna you expect guys to support it if women are not even supporting it, right?
Yeah, you make a good point, and I will also want to show this here as well too. If you take a look on the screen, these right here are some of the additional lowest paid NBA players, all the way from $74,000 to $1 million. These are the folks that essentially make a lot more than the players. And you have to remember, those are the highs. Steph Curry makes $48 million a year. John Wall makes $47 million. Russell Westbrook makes $47 million. LeBron James makes $44 million.
But you know what? I'm gonna get off topic for just a second and let's talk about those numbers. If if one of them makes that money, how much money are like the owners, the man, like the general, how much money are these sports bringing in that you can pay one person?
$44 million. One
One
person.
person. We're not even talking about LeBron or anyone else. We're talking about that one, like that amount of money is insane to me. Just to think that one person, you're paying one person that salary. Like you have so
That's
many.
crazy. That's crazy. If, by the way, if you're in the comment section and you want to shoot us a question, go ahead and ask. Do you believe that all these players are deserving of their $48 million, $44 million, $47 million? Do you think that they're deserving to be paid that much? Like, is this the norm or you just accept it? Yeah. So that's just something I believe that it's really worth,
Yeah,
looking into. But it's a good
definitely,
conversation, though. I definitely say
definitely.
that.
No, I agree. Hopefully it changes, but again, I still think they need women to get involved. Once
I
women get
agree.
involved and really start pushing, and like even women moms who have like sons and daughters, like let's watch some women's college basketball, let's watch
Hmm.
women's WNBA, get in, try and like get your kids into watching the women as well as the men, not just everything is like NBA or
I
whatever it is.
agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
And
I
so
totally
we
agree.
are going to move on to the NAACP awards and the
Yes,
winners. And
definitely.
so Angela Bassett type cleaned up, right?
Ooh, she did.
She cleaned up. So she won Entertainer of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Outstanding Motion Picture was Wakanda Forever.
Yes,
Again, her. And she
definitely.
also won, I believe, for
911.
911. Exactly,
Yep,
exactly. And so she cleaned up.
she did.
Outstanding actor in the motion picture went to Will Smith. I kind of feel like he should have been there. I'm like, I, I'm over the slap. You know what I mean? Like I'm over it. I think it's time for him to come out of hiding, come over
Mm-hmm.
here, get your award. Like you would have been around black folks. Like we don't care like that. Like it happened last year. We don't moved on. Chris Rock is not even talking about it. So if Chris Rock is not even talking about it, he moved on. I moved on from it. Will Smith, come and get your award. Stop playing.
You do
I moved
know that it takes a little time for, us colored folks to get over certain things, right? I'm just saying.
which is weird to me, right? Because we seem to get over any other stuff like pretty quickly, right? It's not a big deal. But
Yeah.
it seems like we always hold our own people at a higher standard than we do other people, if you know what I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep.
And so we really need to stop doing that, right? If
I
if it,
agree.
if it was a non-brown person, they would have been forgiven by now, moved on. And no,
Mm-hmm.
everybody makes mistakes and da 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 da. But us, we like, we like hold the feet to the fire. We just don't let it go. And I'm like, I'm
Mm.
over it. Again, Chris Rock is not even complaining about it anymore. Chris
That's
Rock
true.
doesn't even talk about it. He was like, I don't want to talk about that, right? He's probably, let's be honest, Chris Rock is saving it for a special to make money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, move on. But Will Smith coming get your award.
Yeah, but
That's how
I
I feel
think he
about it.
should though. He
Yeah,
should, but it's gonna take a little bit of time for
yeah,
them to actually like get back for him to
yeah,
get back into it and
yeah.
get into the swing of things. But congrats to him though. You know,
Yes,
Angela
yes,
Bassett
exactly.
cleaned up well though. I ain't gonna tell no lie.
She
She cleaned
she
up
really did.
well.
She really did. And also, outstanding actress in the motion picture went to Viola Davis, the Woman King. And I really wanted to put
Yes,
that out there because she got snubbed at the Academy Awards.
she did.
And so I'm glad that her own people looked out for her.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah,
good.
yes, exactly. And so before we move on, I do want to bring up a topic that we were talking about as the show was going on.
Uh-huh.
You had an issue with someone's outfit.
Oh, okay. What did JR said? JR said they might be scared he's gonna slap somebody else.
they probably need to be slapped. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yes, Zendaya.
Yes.
She had on that white outfit that was inappropriate for the NAACP. That type of award, that type of outfit, I should say, is what you wear to the Kids' Choice Awards or to the Grammys or to the MTV Awards. Do they even have the MTV Awards?
I think they still, yeah, they have the
So
MTV Awards.
like
Or it's the MTV Video, is one of the two.
same diff. I'm
Pretty
like,
much.
what the heck was she wearing? Like, where was her stylist?
But
But
see,
hey,
I didn't see it. What was inappropriate about it? Because I
I
didn't
don't
see. I
think
only saw that
because
black and yellow thing.
she wore a white thing with something like covering her breasts.
Hmm.
It was like a little bathing suit thingy like,
Yeah.
and her her ab area midsection was showing, and
Okay.
she had on like a little skirt. I just think it was
Okay.
like inappropriate.
You thought it
Everybody
was
was
inappropriate.
well dressed from head to
Yeah.
toe, and she just gave me some skimpy little thing. I'm like,
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
I mean, I didn't see it, so I can't comment on it. I just saw
I'll show you after this.
that black and yellow ensemble she had on, which
Okay.
was, I thought was fine. I think what
Yeah,
she
but
walked the red carpet
when
with
she
was fine.
presented the award though.
Yeah. Okay. I must have missed that because I didn't see
Yeah.
that outfit, so I can't comment on it.
Okay.
She all I can say is she usually looks good.
She does. She does. She knows how
You
to.
know what I mean?
But for this particular reason, I'm like, she didn't
No.
really hit it.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right then. All right then. So I'm gonna have to check that out, and then I'm gonna get back to you next week
Okay.
about this outfit because I'm gonna because I'm interested to know.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So what are we
Okay.
gonna move on to?
We're gonna ask this little pop-up question. Like, go
All
ahead
right.
first. Go ahead and shoot.
Okay. So my pop-up question to you is, what do you think the meaning of life is?
You live life
That's
on its
what
own
do you
terms.
think?
The
Live life
meaning
on
of
your own
life is
terms.
just you live it on your own terms, regardless of what anyone has to say. Want to say, you live it according to you.
Hmm.
That's
Okay.
all I can say. The meaning of life, because if
Hmm.
you live life according to someone else's definition,
Yeah.
you will be limiting yourself only to that
Okay.
person's hopes and dreams and
Hmm.
feelings.
Okay. And so when you make it to the pearly gates,
Mm-hmm.
and you would feel comfortable telling whoever is up there, whoever it may be, whatever it may be,
Mm-hmm.
what you just said.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
No, I'm not judging. I'm just literally just asking.
yeah. It's gonna be
Yeah.
it because I
Okay.
got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you this: do you believe
Do I believe?
that President Biden should run again?
Do I believe he should run again? No, I don't believe he should run again.
Why
However,
is
at this
that?
point, I'm just gonna say I think he's too old.
Really?
I do. I think he's too old. I think, and hold on, I'm not saying I think he's too old in terms of he can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I would just like someone to run who is much younger, who is more current with really what's going on now.
So you don't think he's current?
My whole thing is this: when you get a certain age, I don't care. When you get a certain age, personally, I just feel like there's only but so much current you're going to be. There's only but so much change you're going to want to be and do and be in, right? And he's what, 80 something? I just want someone fresh. I don't want an 80. Like I want, like, can we get someone in their 40s, maybe early 50s? You know what I mean? Like I just want someone young, fresh, and new.
Okay.
Now, does he have to run again? Yes, he does. It's too late in the game for someone else to now come in there and talk about something I want to run to. Like at this point, we have no other choice type of thing, and I will vote for him again.
Well, you do know, as of yesterday, I forgot her name. A female, white female, did put her bid in for the presidential election.
Yeah.
She did years ago, but I don't think she's gonna ruffle any feathers.
It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
Yeah, she's gonna ruffle
and
feathers.
oddly enough, like Biden is actually doing much better than people think he is. Like he's actually, you know what I mean? Like when you look at things that he's actually getting things done, right? And so that's what he'll be able to run on at least. Like, considering what was going on, I was still able to get this done, that done.
Okay.
And so he does have an argument there. But do I really want to see him run again? No, I don't.
Okay.
I would rather, and at this point, I'll take Kamala at this point. But I don't see her, like, it's like she doesn't exist. Like, where is she? I don't see her.
Because she's the vice president. She's not going to be overthrowing him as the president.
No. But my whole thing is this. At his age, you need to see, help him along, right? Like, help him along. I mean, like, put your, like, and he should want to put her out there, right? She helped him get the black vote. So push her out there. You know what I mean? Like, go out there together type of thing. But again, I'm voting for him at this point. If it's Trump, I'll vote for the devil before I vote for Trump, because at least I know what I'm getting with the devil. I
agree.
I'm just
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay. So what's going on with these aliens?
That's what I want to know. Like, you got these damn balloons popping up all over the place. They keep telling us, oh, it's China, it's the Chinese. I don't believe that for 1 second. Like,
really?
And the funny thing about this is, right, you're in the military, so this is hilarious, right? So I refuse to believe. Remember that balloon was up there for days before they shot that balloon down. They want me to think that there was a Chinese spy balloon in the air for days, and they didn't take it down. That is such BS to me. There is no way they would knowingly leave a spy balloon up in the air for days and not take that thing down immediately, not knowing what it was doing, what it was about. I refuse to believe that. They didn't know what the hell it was, and so they didn't want to touch it until they figured out what it was. And then once they thought they had an indication, they was like, okay, we should probably now take it down there. And then other ones popped up. Like, I don't believe that whole, and hold on, and where it was, how did that balloon get from where it was, pass over all of these states? No one saw it. Come on now, like, they have radar.
Somebody had to see something, because there's intelligence, all over this place. So somebody had to see something at some point in time.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And more importantly, this is a story that happened years ago. So it was when I first moved to Rhode Island. I think it was like in 2017. I was in a restaurant. It was me and a couple other people. It was in a restaurant. All of a sudden, there was like breaking news on my phone, literally as we're in a restaurant. It was on CNN. A unidentified flying object has been spotted in the air, and they're trying to figure out what it is. And I'm sitting there like, oh my God, like, oh wow, like, where's Will Smith? We're gonna need some help. Because it's going down. Like, I was literally like sitting there, like, pooping my pants, eating, like, wow, like, this is legit now, there's a UFO. And it was on CNN, and it was like all these other websites was picking it up. Cerone, I'm not even kidding, Cerone.
You got scared?
No, hold on. By the time dinner was over in that restaurant, it was all wiped from the internet. It was gone off CNN. The news didn't talk about it the next day. Everywhere we saw it, it was gone. Everywhere. No one spoke about it. It was like it never happened, Cerone. And the only thing I can find to this day, and I'm going to send, the only thing I can find to this day is it was a small article about it, but it's like on some like gossip website. But I was like, this is what happened that day, but they wiped it from the internet. I know it's like conspiracy theories and that. I know it for a fact. It was on my phone. It was on CNN. It was everywhere. Like, we were all watching it, looking at it, and then all of a sudden it disappeared. So I already know what the deal is. They can say what they want to say. They can do what they want to do.
Wait a second. Let's go to the comments. So let's go to see what John said. I said, I find it hard to believe that Earth, the only planet with life on it, and we're being lied to. John, that's a conversation that I guess there might be some truth to it along the way, but
Cerone, you in the military. What's your clearance?
I have no comment. I
You
don't
see,
know. You know just as much as I know.
let me stop
Yeah.
before I get Cerone in trouble. They're gonna be knocking on this door.
but let's go back to the other question that you were talking about. Where Dion says she's the VP. She's not supposed to be the front and center like the president. I'm agreeing
Yes,
with Dion here. You know,
I get
because
that.
because if she puts herself out there too much, people are going to say, hold up, you're supposed to be the VP, not the president. And then it's going to seem as if though she's in charge. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I understand your point, but she also has to know how to play it, you know, because I do believe she's setting herself up for the future to become president at some point in time. You know,
I, she's just doing a bad job at it. Like, I don't see her. Where are you? What are you doing? Like, you can't
she
just
she
say I'm the
she she,
VP
she
and you not.
actually does things. You know, she does things, and keep in
Listen, I
mind,
like her. Listen,
and
I
keep in
like her.
mind,
I'll vote for her.
is the same thing that Biden did when he was VP. You
But
hardly saw him though.
no, we saw Biden. I saw Biden all the time. Like every time you saw Obama,
Uh-huh.
you saw Biden. Like literally, like he was in his ear when he passed. When when Obama passed the I hate saying Obamacare, but Obamacare, he was like caught saying it's a big effing deal. Like he was always with them. And so this is what I'm
Okay.
like I just want to see her more.
Okay.
Like I want her to be more like whenever he's doing something, like
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see her. I want to see her presence. I don't
Okay.
wait. What? Who was the vice president with what's his name? Bush.
Which one? Dad or
The
son?
son. The son. Cheney, was it
Cheney.
Cheney?
Yeah,
I could
Cheney.
not. I could not tell you what that man looks like. You remember when Kiki Palmer said sorry to this man? I
I'm
know
sorry.
why she's.
I don't
I
know
know
whose
why
man is
she's.
that walking.
I legit know why she said sorry to this man. Like I do not like. I never saw him. I could not tell you what that guy looked like. I never saw him on anything. Like I didn't.
Uh-huh.
I knew who he was after the fact,
Okay.
right? And I just think if you have any aspirations on being the president one day, like you
Mm-hmm.
just got to put like I'm not voting for you just because you said I was the vice president. Okay, but where
Mm-hmm.
were you? What did you do? I didn't see you for 8 years. I'm not voting for you just because. Although Kamala, I will vote for you just because. But anybody else, I'm not voting for you just because. Anyway,
Okay.
that's just how I feel about it.
Okay. All right. Understand. Let's go to the comment section here. We have JR that said that, but she's almost invisible. So
For real,
okay.
like you don't see her anywhere. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, whatever. Like I
Yeah.
said, I vote for her.
Okay, let's see. Oh, the comment section are really going in right now as we see. Kasim said the current administration is very docile. They're not nearly as active as previous administration. I would say I would agree with that point. Um, in comparison to what we had before during the Trump era, this right here is very dormant because something
But
always happened
I was about to
during the
say
Trump.
that's the
If it
difference.
wasn't somebody touching somebody somewhere, it
Yeah.
was somebody want
Touching
to
somebody.
abuse their power, standing in front of the
Yeah.
church with the
With
middle
the
with the
Bible in his
Bible.
hand. Like,
It was something going on. So
yeah.
now when it's like not so much news, like what is going on? Like we don't hear any,
Yeah.
any gossip, anything going on. Somebody.
Yeah.
So I
Oh
agree.
wow. John said sorry to this man to me. He was like, and Harris would not get my vote. Sorry, sir. Sorry to this man. That's messed
uh,
up. That's messed up. Like,
mm.
like I said, I vote for anything. I vote for like the invisible man or anything that's going over there at the moment on the other side. So
Okay.
that's all I'm
Okay.
gonna say about
Let's
that.
do what let's gonna do two more comments and then we're gonna move on. Kasim said, but Dick Cheney was very influential and very powerful as a VP until he messed up the American entrance into the Afghan war.
But that's the thing. I don't know anything about that man because I never saw him. I don't know what he did because I don't know who he was.
Actually, I did watch the movie about him, and that's how I learned about him behind closed doors.
Do you know what it was called?
Cheney. I think it was called Cheney.
Cheney. Okay.
I
All
think it
right.
was
I'll
called
take a look at
Cheney.
it. I'll take
Yeah.
a look at
He
it and I'll
was
let you
very
know.
secretive, and he was very manipulative in his dealings, you know.
Yeah.
And so that's why it was interesting when his daughter,
Mm-hmm.
you know, went against the Republicans during the January 6th, because typically they're like strong, tight-knit Republican family. And for a Cheney to move away from a Republican viewpoint, that says a lot.
Yeah,
Because
I do
they're
remember that.
die-hearted Republicans,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
I do
do
remember that.
yeah, let's go. Let's see what one more. I'm upset that these people are trying to block the student loan forgiveness, but it's not them that's
I was
blocking
about
it
to say,
though.
who's trying to block it? Like, who's trying to block
It's
it? It's not them.
definitely not the it's definitely not
Not them.
the Democrats.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember that Biden is the one that initiated this.
Exactly.
So now he's trying for, you know, like Congress to like pass it so we can get these people like out of debt. So
yeah, that's right.
You know
what? Real quick, that's right, John. That's what I do remember about Dick Cheney. He shot somebody during a hunting accident. That is literally the only thing that I know about Dick Cheney. Is that
I heard about that.
Remember that he shot somebody. That's the only thing I know about that man. Sorry to that man.
Yeah. All right. Let's go on to a very racist individual. Dilbert comic creator Scott Adams' racist rants gets comics banned from the papers.
Yeah, so I'm not even gonna spend a lot of time on him because
no, we're not.
He's not even worth it. But anyway, first of all, his comic is whack. It's been whack. Like, you know, most people now don't even look at comics. I used to look at comics when I was a kid. I used to look at Garfield and, you know, a couple of other ones, right? I was never interested in Dilbert. It was boring. But anyway, so the creator of it, Scott Adams, recently went on a racist rant pretty much and got his comic pulled from the rest of the newspapers in the country at this point, and his career is pretty much over. But the weird thing about it is, and this is why I found this interesting, is that from what I understand, he used to be an ally.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What happened?
That's the weird part about the whole thing. I don't know, because even when he did his racist rant, he literally said, you know, I'm trying to word exactly what he said, but it was to the effect of, I'm tired of pretty much taking up for you guys and trying to help you guys. That's pretty literally what he said in a nutshell. And, and so I just found that interesting. It's like, what happened that made you turn, or were you always that way and you was just put in front, right? So it's like, how do you go from one extreme to the next that way, right? It's just weird to me. But anyway, he got what he deserved. His comic is being pulled. No one read it anyway. Like, how many people read the newspaper? Sorry to you people who read the newspaper.
I read the newspaper from time to time. What are you talking about?
Sorry to Cerone for reading the newspaper. But yeah, so like I said, I'm not spending too much time. I'm not giving him any.
Yeah, no more airtime.
No more airtime for him.
Yeah.
There's no airtime.
All right. So this is what I like now. This is one of my favorite parts of the show. It's a would you rather. So I have a question, and you guys in the comments, feel free to chime in. Let me hear what you have to say. Here you go. Would you rather to have Beyonce's talent or Jay-Z's business acumen?
Oh, that's easy.
Which is?
Jay-Z's business. Jay-Z's, yeah.
Why is that?
Because some of the most talented people are sitting in their living room trying to make it, right?
Okay.
And for me, if you're a business person, I just feel like if you're a business person, I feel like I can make a lot more things happen for an extended period of time versus I'm a talented singer or performer, but I'm in like performing in a bar club, in a bar or a lounge or something, right? So that's easy. Give me the business know-it-all to be able to like go out there and create some businesses that can like last me a lifetime. That's easy for me. I don't know what people in the comment gonna say.
Okay, hold on. But before I go to the comments, let me ask you a follow-up question.
Yeah.
Serge, look at me. Do you think that Beyonce has talent?
Hmm?
You heard me. Do you think that Beyonce has talent?
Mm-mm. Get somebody else. Listen, to get me beat up, stung up. Nope. Nope. I ain't doing it. Nope.
Okay, all right. Let's go to the comments. So,
Nope.
Jr. said definitely he would prefer Jay-Z's acumen. Rodney says he would prefer Jay-Z all day. Rodney said her talent. And then John said ooh. And then Kasim said she's very talented. That's a low-key shade right
Okay,
there.
all jokes aside, and I'm being serious when I say this. Beyonce is extremely talented. That's one thing you can't take away from her. She puts on an amazing show. I think I already said this before. I'm from a different, I hate saying this, but I'm from a different era. I grew up with, Janet Jackson and the Madonnas and, I'm not a fan of Britney, but the Britneys and the Christinas. And so I think Beyonce is very talented. She puts on a good show. I do like some of her music, but she just doesn't capture me like, the women captured me before. Right. And so, but she's extremely talented. Never take that away. I would go see her in the show if the tickets were reasonable, but I'm not paying thousands of dollars. Like I'm not paying thousands of dollars to see anybody. Nor am I sitting in nosebleeds. I can watch it on TV if that's the case.
Yeah.
But she's talented, but it's just, I'm not into her. Like, and it's the same thing with Nicki Minaj, right? Like she's very talented, can't take that away from her. She's a great rapper. I never got into her. Again, I'm Foxy Brown, Little Kim, Missy Elliott. That's who I grew up with, right? And so I just never got into Nicki Minaj. But that's not to say she's not great at what she does, whatever the case may be. Just never got into it.
I want to agree with Rodney because he said oftentimes we confuse talent with entertainment, and that she's an entertainer at best. Yeah. So sometimes people confuse the talent, with being an entertainer. Yes, you have to be talented at some point in time, but in order to have the full package, you need to have a little bit of talent, a little bit of business, a little bit of that, to actually make it.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing. That's the thing though. I do think she's talented. Like she sings, she dances while she sings. She's an actress. She's not like, but she's an actress, right? She puts on amazing shows. And so I can't take that away from her. It's just not my cup of tea. Okay. The funny thing about it is I enjoy her the best when she's with Destiny's Child. When she's with the other girls, that's when I like when Destiny's Child was together. I enjoyed watching her then.
Okay.
Because I guess it was an ensemble, but by herself, she's talented. Don't take anything away, but it's not like I'm like, oh, Beyonce, I can't wait. I'm just, yeah.
Okay.
But she's talented. Don't come after me. Don't sting me. Don't at me. Don't quote me. No.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Wait. So I got to ask you, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So what was the question? Which one are we doing now?
Would you rather?
Okay. Yeah. I got it. And so this is going to be good.
Okay.
So you're listening. So would you rather be middle class, healthy, and live to be 95? So middle class, healthy, and live to be 95, or a billionaire, content, you're not happy, you're not sad, you're content, but you're only going to live to be 70. Which one are you going to take? You're going to take the middle class, healthy, happy, living at 95, or rich, content, but you're only going to live to be 75 years old. 75 versus 95. middle class versus super rich?
I would definitely take the middle class.
Middle class. Okay.
Yes, because you can live comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
and enjoy life, still go out,
Yeah.
travel, have your family, your kids, husband,
Yeah.
you name it,
Yeah.
versus being super rich and
Yeah.
die relatively young.
75. Mm-hmm.
Even though 75 is not young, you know what I'm saying, but you have a lot more
Yeah.
life and things that you can
Yeah.
experience. So I
Okay.
would definitely take the middle class over
Yeah.
the money.
Okay.
You know what I'm
So do
saying?
you mind? So do you mind saying your age up here?
I don't mind.
How
I'm
old are you?
35.
You're 35. And
Yeah.
so if you took the super rich, you would have 40 years of being able to do anything you wanted to do when you wanted to do it. 40
Mhm.
years of being super rich,
Yes.
coming and going as you please, buying what you want, doing whatever it is you want to do.
Hmm.
But you're only going to live to 75. So you're willing to give that up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So for more enjoyment of life, for longer life,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. All right. No, that's good. That's good.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I say. That's
Okay.
exactly what I say. But yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
to
Okay.
answer JR's question, do you think she's talented? I believe she's talented.
Yeah.
She's
She is.
very much talented. I'll never take that away from her. You know, now do I have my favorite? You know, I do love Kelly Rowland. You know, she's always been
Yeah.
my girl. So,
Yeah.
and I'm saying, but yes, I do believe she is she's talented, but she's just not my cup of tea though.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
She is not my cup of tea at all, but I do respect her grind though. You can't
Yeah,
take
that's
that
what I
away
said.
from
I
her.
can't. I can't. Yeah, I can't take that. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan, but she's talented. She's entertaining,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, not my favorite.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Let's go to right here. Microaggression.
Oh man.
Yes.
Yes.
What's
So
going on with that?
so let me first of all let me give the definition of microaggression, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I can find it here in my notes, because
Mm-hmm. You
I'm the
speak
old
English well. What
I'm
is microaggression? Where are you from? All lives matter. You're articulate.
yes. And so microaggressions
Okay.
is a statement or action or incident regarded as an instance of indirect, subtle, or unintentional discrimination against a marginalized group, such as a racial or ethnic minority.
Mm-hmm.
And so essentially, it is someone being racist towards you, but in a way that kind of leaves you thinking, like, was that racist? Did he just do what I
Mm-hmm.
think he did? Like, I'm not quite sure. Like, all day it leaves you thinking, I don't like the way that felt. That was a little bit weird to me. So my question is, has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, it has. And this is when it happens, especially let's use in the workplace.
Yeah.
Then like you wondering like, does this fall under like HR? You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like
Exactly.
can
Yeah.
I say something against it? Because there's actually no tangible proof to say
Yeah.
that this happened or in a recording.
Yeah.
Like I've been told before that, oh my God, you're an articulate young man.
Oh,
You
that
speak
one is the
very
worst.
well. I'm
That's the
like,
worst one.
yeah, because and I'm like, I speak very well as opposed to what?
As opposed to what? Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, because they see that I'm a black man, but when you hear my voice, you're like, oh, he sounds a little different.
Yeah.
I wonder where he's from. And then when I start talking, like, oh my God, you're so smart, you're so articulate, you speak very
Yeah.
well. And especially when it's coming from someone that doesn't look like me.
Exactly. Exactly. I think that right there is
Mhm.
I think that right there is like the one that I think everyone gets, right?
Yes.
If you speak properly, right? That's
Yeah.
what, you speak really well. How did you think I was supposed to like? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it happens all the time.
And
You get
especially if
that.
you wear like a hoodie or your cap, your hat, or you're
Oh,
fitted or with a Tim's and you just because you don't look the part per se. So when they see
yes.
you, they already start to analyze you, how you look, that's how you should sound.
Exactly. And so and so yeah, it happens to me all the time. Even at work, I work at a university, and the way I dress, like now, is the way I go to work. Literally, I have my fitted on, I have my shirts on like this, have my Timbs on, my Jordans on, right? And someone would literally give me like a want to look me up and down. And then when I start speaking, you can literally tell their whole disposition change, and it's almost like, oh, right. It's like, I wasn't. Oh, I thought. Yes, they thought I was going to give them a yo, son. I'm saying, like, what's going on? Like, what you need? Like, that's what they thought was going to come out of my mouth. I can give you that, but at work, I'm not giving you that, right?
Yeah.
And so, but it's just interesting. Like, it's funny, like, because these same people, and that's the thing too, right? Because they wouldn't say they're racist, right? But that is kind of like, it has like racial undertones to it.
Yes,
it's almost like I think we was talking about this. Time is flying. We were talking about this weeks ago, like doing the first show about racial incidents, and I gave the example of when I go into the supermarket and the self checkout, no one is standing there, but as soon as I, the black person, go over there to check out, all of a sudden the cashier comes running over to the self checkout, and she's standing there, and I'm like, I've been watching you the whole time. You did not come over there the whole time until I bought my black ass over here to check out, and then she ran over, right? And so just even stuff like that to me is like microaggressions to me. And so I just want to put that in wondering, like, is that like, do like everyone go through those things, and how do you handle it? What do? You just brush it off and you just like keep it moving?
Yeah, if you're in the comment section, and if you've ever had this experience to you, just drop us a note and you just share it with us. Okay, let's go over to Kanye.
Oh God, Adidas came crawling back to Kanye. Apparently, Adidas couldn't sell. I think it was like 500 million worth of Yeezys they had in stock because I believe they weren't even calling them Yeezys anymore. They were like Nike something. And I believe because they did that, they weren't able to sell them. So they had like 500 million worth of Yeezys in stock that they were trying to get rid of. And so to, I guess, help get rid of them, they brought Kanye back in temporarily for him to, like, I guess, help them sell them. Is weird. I don't know why they would do that. They should have just took the L and kept it moving. But to me, this whole story is weird. You got rid of him. You got rid of him because he, said something, discriminatory towards a certain, class of people. But then you bring him back because you're losing too much money temporarily. To, like, the whole thing is weird. Like, they should have just left. They should have just took the L.
For this one, I have no comment on, because I'm not buying Yeezy or nothing related to him. Those are space-looking shoes. I'm not going to spend my money on that.
Everybody Okay, I will say this.
Like, is it really that comfortable?
Well, this is the thing. I don't have any. I've refused to buy. Like, I wouldn't even buy them when they're out because they're just too ugly for me. But I have tried them on. They are extremely comfortable.
Okay, question. And for you in the comments, let me see that. Do you prefer Yeezy or Crocs?
I can answer that question right now because I'm wearing my Crocs.
So you prefer Crocs?
Of course I do. I wear when I don't. Let me tell you, when I don't have my Jordans and Timbs on, I have my Crocs on. Yes, I wear Crocs. I have them in a couple of colors, and I have my little horror, I forgot what you call them. I have little Michael Myers. I have Annabelle. I have Jason. And so I'm down with the Crocs. I don't care what nobody say. I roll up to my kid's school with my Crocs on.
Ooh, school now.
I roll right up to the to school with my Crocs on and my sweatpants. But if you catch me at work or to the movies or something like that, no, I'm not wearing Crocs. Like, I'm not wearing Crocs.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna go to this story, which is very interesting. So, do you love chicken?
I actually love fried chicken. Matter of fact, I had fried chicken for dinner.
Do you love biscuits?
I do love biscuits.
How much do you love biscuit?
I love biscuits a lot. I just don't love them enough that I'm going to drop my SUV into Popeyes for them. but, but I do I love biscuits and
So apparently she drove into Popeyes for biscuits and chicken.
the
Like,
funny thing,
really?
Sarone, the funny thing about this story is, and I'm sorry, like it's just
Come
funny.
on, Melinda Miller.
The funny thing about it is like they gave her biscuits. They legit gave her biscuits. They didn't give her
Uh-huh.
enough biscuits.
Really?
They didn't give her enough biscuits. She went back around. They told her they weren't giving her anymore. She got the allotted biscuits for, I guess, the meal that she
Uh-huh.
picked. She legit got mad and drove her SUV through Popeyes.
So pretty much she pulled it's a Medea.
Oh yeah, pretty much. And if I'm not mistaken, this took place in Georgia.
Oh, so
And
she
so it
pulled a
would make
Medea.
sense, right? That she is literally going to jail for some Popeyes biscuits. And let me tell you something. I love had she said, I'm not even being funny. Had she said, I drove into the Popeyes, ran my car into the Popeyes because I didn't get a drink, I would believe her
Mhm.
because you're gonna choke on them biscuits. You're gonna need some water or some juice because you're gonna choke on Popeyes biscuits. And so if she drove into
Mm-mm.
Popeyes because of that, I'd have been with her. But you driving into Popeyes because they left out one or two of your biscuits, come on now, like what are we doing?
Mm-mm-mm.
And she had to be one of us. Like you know she was one of us.
Yes, it's our Popeyes,
Bless
you
her
know.
heart. Bless her heart. But
Oh
somebody,
Lordy.
somebody send us some biscuits. Somebody send us some biscuits. She looked like she drove.
Cornell said she looked like she drove into a Popeyes.
Like Kim, that's not even right. That's not even right.
Mm-mm-mm.
Can we do a what is that thing where you like collect money? A GoFundMe. Let's do a
Oh,
GoFundMe
GoFundMe.
and like we can
Mm-mm-mm.
collect some money and send us some like Cheddar Bay biscuits or something, right? And
Mm.
like,
Oh, not Cheddar
let's
Bay now.
do Cheddar Bay biscuits. Like if you're gonna run into something, run into a what is that place with the cheap seafood?
Oh,
Red Lobster. Red Lobster.
Red
So Roman
Lobster.
is looking at me like Red Lobster is cheap seafood.
So yeah, no, Red Lobster. I haven't been Red Lobster in years though.
I haven't been. There's no Red Lobster here.
Oh really?
No, well, not here. Like in the Northeast, there's no Red Lobster here.
Oh well, come on
It's
down
probably
to
it's
North
probably some in
Carolina where
like
I'm at.
it's probably some in New York, but there are none like going
Okay.
in like Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts.
Okay.
I don't know where any.
All right, let's get to
Anyway,
this story.
moving right along. Moving right along.
So, do you want to get a butt lift?
BBL?
A BBL?
Nah, I'm gonna pass on the BBLs.
Okay, so this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is what happens when you get a budget butt lift.
That's
Where you
what
see all
happens
those
when you.
bruises and everything.
That's what happens
happened.
when you find a doctor on Groupon. When you go on Groupon coupons and you go like no. All jokes aside, there is like this thing that's going on where people are women. Well, guys are now getting them too, but women are getting BBLs and they're like going to the cheapest places they could find them and getting these deals and a lot of them are dying or they're like their butts are exploding or you can like see the stuff in their butts and it's literally becoming like a big thing now where a lot of women, this is happening to a lot of women. And so I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this. Just just do your research. If you don't have the money to like do anything like the right way, don't do it. Like
I agree.
These people are going to Turkey, they're going to all these other places. Like you don't even know, like if something happens to you in Turkey, like what is that girl? That Love and Hip Hop girl. I can't think of her name, but she went to Turkey and got like something done to her body, and she almost died over there.
Oh wow.
I can't think of Hazel E from Love and Hip Hop. She went to Turkey and got her body done and she almost died. And so I'm like, if you don't got the money, just stop. Like, it's just not that serious. If you've been living with it this whole time, just keep on living with it. At least you're living. So just stop. Do your research, wait, get all your money up, and then like, ask other people where they went, but don't necessarily like, go where they went. But just, talk about it. Don't go to nobody's house and get it done in the basement. Don't
I
let them
agree.
inject like silicone in your butt. Like,
Your health is much more important.
Exactly. It just doesn't make any sense. You doing all of this to look a certain way to end up looking worse, right?
I agree.
So just stop. Moving right along.
Okay. So at this point, we're gonna do a shout out. We're gonna give some acknowledgement to some
Yes.
folks who often don't get the recognition.
Yes.
And because if you watch the movies, you're like, oh, I know that guy. I've seen the face before.
Yes.
So right here, we're gonna do some underappreciated artist recognition. And the
Yes.
person that I would like to recognize is this guy right here, Russell Hornsby. Now, we've all seen him before, but I don't think he's ever won like any award at
Yeah.
all. But when you see him in the movies, it's going to be on point. If you are a fan of BMF, Black Mafia Family, you know that he is good.
Yeah.
He's coming. He's coming out good movies. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say he is one of those guys that when you see him, you're like, oh, I know that guy, but you don't know his name. Like
exactly. Yes,
Okay.
JR. He's on BMF, Black Mafia Family. He's been in Fences, Mike, Creed 2, Get Rich or Die Trying, and a host of other movies. And he's really, really good. So I want to give him his flowers, from us to him, that keep on doing what you're doing, because we see you.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Who you want to shout out?
And so my underappreciated artist recognition is going to the one and only Stephanie Mills. I love Stephanie Mills. I've been a fan of Stephanie Mills since I was small. I don't think she gets the recognition that she deserves. Like, she started out in the play in The Wiz. She got robbed. She got robbed from being in the movie because Diana Ross wanted to do it. She actually should have been in the movie. And, I think that people actually started to really start appreciating Stephanie Mills more when she did the verses with Shaka Khan. And
yes.
Everyone thought Shaka Khan was gonna like blow her out of the water. And I was like,
it was the opposite way.
You don't know Stephanie Mills very much, do you? Stephanie Mills is coming to sing. And she ended up having to carry literally the whole verses episode, right?
Yep.
And so my underappreciated artists, definitely Stephanie Mills. And if you follow Stephanie, I follow Stephanie on Instagram. She is like power to the people. She is bliggity black.
Yeah, she is.
Like, she is friends with what is his name? Farrakhan. Like, she is literally power to the people. She doesn't play about her Black people. And she actually said that is one of the reasons why she didn't make it as big as other people, because she wouldn't change who she was.
Okay.
And so that is another reason why I'm shouting her out, that she stayed true to herself. And I love you, Stephanie Mills. If you're watching that, come on the show.
Okay. We have one more thing, because we are almost out of time. This right here, real quick.
What would you do?
Yes.
We're just gonna do one. So Cerone is yours.
And I think this is a really good one too.
All right, go ahead.
What would you do if you went into a restroom and there was no paper towel after doing a number 2?
Okay, question. Well, I should say this. I'm not even being funny when I say this. People are not going to believe me.
Because I'm not going to believe you.
No, I'm serious.
Idea of what you're going to say.
No. I'm dead serious when I say this. I have never used a public restroom to do a number 2.
Never.
Not at school, not at work, not in an airport, anywhere. I held it until I got home. I literally left work early to go home and do a number 2. I refuse to do a number 2 outside in public. I refuse. I've never done it ever in my life. I'm not even kidding. Ever.
Not once.
When I travel, I don't eat leading up to me traveling. So I know I won't run into that issue.
Okay. Ever. So what about the plane? What about the plane?
I don't eat if I know I'm going to travel. I drink, but I won't eat. I won't eat until I get to my destination. For that reason, I can't do it. I cannot use the bathroom in public. But to answer that question, still, does the bathroom have those little covers? You know, the covers you put on the.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, do they have the covers?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay, so if they didn't have that, okay, so did they have napkins? Because I would just come out of the stall and grab some of them napkins. Worst case scenario, I'm taking off one of my socks. Like, what are you gonna do? I'm not pulling up my pants with a itchy, dirty butt. So,
okay.
Worst case scenario, I'm just gonna use a sock. Like, I'm gonna take off a sock, do my business, and I'm just gonna get out of there, right? Because what are you gonna do? Yeah. So yeah. This hour went by mad.
Yes, it went by really fast. It went by really fast.
We didn't even get a chance to even finish everything that we was gonna say, but
we didn't.
Yeah, but we're good.
We're good.
We got next.
I want to thank you all very much for joining in. The conversation has been really good. Remember, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. You know, drop us a comment, and if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe to us. We really do appreciate everything, you know, that you all have been doing with us since we've started the show. After this show will be on Spotify, Apple Music, and on Google Podcasts. So you can check us out. You can definitely check us out there. So
yes.
So really, anything you want to say?
Yes. Who, me? No.
Yeah.
Just take a little time to enjoy the view.
Okay.
Say that.
All right.
No, see you guys next week.
All right. Peace.
Later.
All right. Bye.